Hey, everybody. How are you doing on this fine Sunday evening? I had to think about what day it is because I've been doing Monday shows. I had to think about what day of the week it is. Sunday. It's Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. So fun night to talk about. It's rumor season. It's that time of year where everybody and their mother are rumored to be playing for Inter Miami next year. And you know what? I think everybody's favorite uncle, Uncle Ed, might be rumored to be signing with Inter Miami as well.
Once upon a time, Peter, that's I was going to be part of the team. I
Yeah.
think we have videos of me, working out, getting ready for the play. But yeah, they never called me up, man.
Their loss. Their loss.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyways, hey, I see Boss Daddy's in. One World, One Goal is in. Should have some fun tonight talking about just go down the rumor mill. Obviously, it's just that time of year where, like I said, everybody is rumored to be playing for Inter Miami. So we'll go through that. Also, we got to, kind of just touch on some of those players that we had to say goodbye to. And I actually don't have those players pulled up, so we'll have to go by memory. But some players that the contracts were not renewed and all that. And then, of course, there's a trip in India that I think we probably need to talk about with Messi. Some things happen there. So,
That's for
anyways,
sure.
hey, I want to say before we go too far, just a big thank you to the people that were scrolling down on the bottom for becoming members of the channel. If you want to become a member, click that join button, and for a few bucks a month, you can help us. It's name scrolling down on the bottom. You got Caesar, Julio, Eric, and Miami Mac have all become members. So thank you to them. And in the near future, we'll start having some behind the scenes stuff, some members only videos coming up. I have an idea. I just have to find the time to film one and film. I have 2 ideas and they're going to be for members only. So, and one of the members is in the chat and that is Caesar. All right.
All right.
Before we get too far though, Ed, we do need to take care of pay some bills in a different way. And say thank you to Caneswear. Caneswear is located in Davie, Florida, just south of 595 on University Drive. They have the messiest wall in all of South Florida. You get all your Inter Miami gear right there. Support a local business. Stop going to these big corporate companies. Go support your mom and pop type shop. And if Davie is too far for you to drive, go to caneswear.com. All orders over $99 ship for free. And you can also, I actually have to pull it up. You can also leave a voicemail if you would like. 786-474-4435. Let me pull that up and see if we have any for today. I don't think we have any yet. Oh, we do. We have one. So we have one voicemail that we'll get to in a little bit. So if you want to have your voice heard, give us a call. Ed, how was your weekend?
Good, Peter. Man, it's I can't believe it's been a week since Inter Miami became champions of Major League Soccer. For us, it was like one of the best things. I mean, Peter, I could die now. I'm okay with it because we got our soccer team. We got the best player in the world. We are MLS champions. Man, what else can we do?
Yeah, we're still celebrating. I see that YC is saying that wondering why my voice is so much louder than Uncle Ed's. Ed's microphone's not working properly. So what I'll do is I'll just turn my volume down a little bit so that I'm trying to maybe match Ed. And plus I yell into the mic.
Yeah, he's a yeller.
Plus I yell a lot. So I'll try to bring my mic. I'll take a look at the levels and make sure and see if try to keep in line with Uncle Ed there. I don't want to over.
Well, I'll try to yell more. How's that?
Yeah, it'd be good. Like I don't know, you're not much of a yeller, Ed. Ed's very very chill, kind of go to flow, kind of chill guy.
I don't know
right?
if you guys saw the vlog. I was yelling, man.
Yeah, there was some yelling in that vlog. Yeah, it still feels weird that we're still still celebrating from the championship. It still feels unreal that we're the champions. So riding high, and we know the players are riding high, going world tours and all that kind of stuff. But as always, though, when you win a championship, you always lose some players, and
Yeah.
there's always players that do not get their contracts renewed. And so, I mean, off the top of my head, my number one guy that did not get his contract renewed, Fafa Pikal. No
We're
surprise. I
gonna miss.
mean, yeah, no surprise. I mean, he cost a little over 600,000, and he didn't play enough. And I still stand by him. I think he was a difference maker. I think he made the team better when he played. He just did not play enough. So, it makes sense that they move on from him. The other option that they declined was William Yarbrough. Again, makes sense. They came out of retirement, and
Didn't play much,
yeah,
or didn't play anything. I think, right?
not at all, not at all. Hey, super chat from member Caesar says, I can't believe they re-signed La Tortuga. I'm glad he put number 9 because I didn't know what he meant by La Tortuga, but he's talking about Suarez. And there's no official announcement that they've re-signed him.
Yeah, but I think it's. I think everybody
is under the assumption
they've already. Yeah, that Nacional in Uruguay, maybe they're not going to pay him as much, or maybe Inter Miami has offered him, Peter, a good sending off, and you never know, man. Maybe they're going to bring that one player that's going to make that trident that was so famous in Barcelona.
Let's get to that in a little bit. Let's not blow it all in the I was going to say something, but I didn't want to say it because it's dirty. But
I got you.
Also out of contract is Ryan Saylor. I'm curious if now Ryan Saylor. I'm not going to sit here and say he was a great defender, but he was serviceable. He's, I think, good enough to be on an MLS team as potentially a backup. Somebody gets hurt, or so I wonder if anybody picks him up in the in MLS, or if worst case scenario, USL. He would be a starter in USL.
Or maybe one of the lower tier MLS teams. I mean, we saw there was one player that's playing in San Diego. I forgot his name, but he was a backup with Inter Miami. He's a starter now with San Diego.
I mean, everybody in San Diego is from Inter Miami or some sort of ties to Inter
Yeah,
Miami. I mean, they've got
like
several of our players.
it's a requirement for them to play first for Inter Miami and then go play in San Diego.
Yeah. One World likes your hat, Ed. Champions hat. It's a Southern Legion Champions hat, by the way. Southern Legion had the kind of the guts, the fortitude to print out Champions hats, well, on the pure hope or whatever that we would win it. I mean, because if not, then they basically wasted a bunch of money. Ed, if you and I were both at one time kind of in charge or leaders of Southern Legion, like
Yes.
I was in charge of the money. Would
Yes, you were.
we would we I was stingy. Would we have approved buying MLS champion hats ahead of the game?
Well, back then the budget was our
We had
money.
no money.
So it would have had to come out of our own pockets. Now, they sell things. They've
Yeah.
got money, so they could. They took the risk, and it was a good risk. So
Yeah, it worked out, and I've got one as well. I think I wore mine on the last solo show, the Monday show I did.
yes, yeah. So
So
yeah, would we have taken the risk back then with our budget, with which was basically our bank accounts? Probably not.
no, probably not. But here's going back to Ryan Saylor. I had heard that he really enjoyed living in South Florida. There is a USL championship team in South Florida.
Right. Maybe he'll stay. He might, see what's available. He's a champion after all, so I think he still has a career to go to play to take advantage of.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, and then Boss Daddy is mentioning that they re-signed Frey. That's huge. Um, love the kid from Coconut Creek. That was a big deal. And look, sometimes getting a re-signed deal at with Inter Miami is a bit of it has been a bit of a curse at times that they're just going to turn around and sell you. But even if that's the case, that's just smart business. They are like, hey, we see potential in this guy, and potential could be playing, or potential could be sale. We can make money
Right.
on him, right? So, you know, and there are some rumors about people coming in that same position. So he either, you know, potentially is a backup here for Inter Miami, or they potentially re-sign him to sell him and just make a little profit on him.
Yeah. I also heard that Fafa, he could potentially come back, but
Well, that's it.
less money.
That's it. Is when they decline contracts, that does not mean the player is gone. However, the one thing that makes me think that he potentially is really, really gone is when the club sends out those little like social media postcard messages where it just says thank you or gracias for your time. And it says something like once a heron, always a heron, stuff like that. When they say things like that, I start to think, maybe it's real, maybe it's final. But
Yeah.
declining an option does not mean the player will not return. It just means they're ripping up that contract because we're not going to pay you that much, and
Right.
we're going to write a brand new contract. So it's possible that that any of these players that were out of contract or declined. So there was only three team members two that were declined, one is out of contract, and then one loan expired. The one that is, before we get on to like some of the rumors, the one that is the most confusing to me, and I saw somebody talking about it in the chat, is your boy from Ecuador.
Obando.
Like, oh yeah, Mr. Krabs says Alan Obando is still here, which is surprising.
He didn't play much. I think he played 4 games.
Yeah,
Didn't start
something
any of them.
something like that. Yeah. He
He didn't start them. He was hurt half the time. He scored 1 goal. But yeah, I mean, do they maybe see potential in him to
yeah,
not say they're letting him go back?
but he's hurt. He was hurt the entire year.
I hear
Separate
you.
note, I mentioned this before, but my daughter did his girlfriend's hair.
Whose hair? Bondo's?
Abondo's girlfriend's. My daughter did
Oh,
Abondo's girlfriend's hair.
oh man,
I
Peter, you
told
should
you
have at
that
least
story.
gotten an autograph or a picture or something.
With the girlfriend?
Well, you could have told him to show up and
Yeah, but he
tell
wasn't
him who.
there. He wasn't there. It was the girlfriend. Nobody knows who she is.
Yeah, but maybe he picked her up. So
No,
I'm
no,
just
no.
saying.
Yeah, no, my daughter noticed the car. She said she was driving like an Alfa Romeo. She had her own nice car.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, she's doing
you know.
okay. You know, I don't know how if it's her money or his money, but you know, doing okay. But
Well,
the
that's,
funny thing is, going off on a tangent, is they got money, right? But the fact that my daughter did the girl's hair, my daughter at the time, now my daughter's now graduated, she's done as of last week. But this was at a beauty salon school, a beauty school, which means the girlfriend was going to get her hair done for a discount because there's a risk, right? You have to sign a waiver basically saying if they screw up your hair, it's not their responsibility because they're
all
learning,
right.
right? They got to learn on somebody. And so Abondo's girl had the money for an Alfa Romeo, but did not decide to spend the money on a proper beautician. Because like my daughter may be a proper beautician, but she's not licensed yet, right?
Oh,
She was a student.
wow. You think she could cut my hair?
Yeah, I think she could do just fine.
Okay, well, just in case.
I don't. You know what?
And
I don't think they taught her the straight razor.
the clip, yeah, the clip, yeah. Well, yeah, I shave my hair, so
Yeah,
my
yeah. Though,
well,
but that's what I mean. It would need to be like a straight razor, right, to get a good clean shave. I don't know if they, I don't know if they use that. Hey, Sports Shorts giving my daughter congratulations. Yeah, thank you to I'm happy too because I don't have to pay that bill anymore.
I was gonna
So,
say, yeah, money,
you would
more
think
money
you would
for
think
Inter Miami.
yeah, you would think a beauty school is cheap, right? Because it's shorter than college and all that stuff. It ain't cheap.
I can imagine.
It
Wow.
ain't cheap. So, anyways, that's those are the biggest mysteries to me. The biggest mystery being Obando. I don't understand it. He's been injured the whole year, other than a few spots where he wasn't. I don't get it. But you're right. They must see something. There must be some value.
There's got to be something there because why would they keep him? They could just send him back because he was on loan. There must be some. They probably see some potential there, and that's probably why they're holding on to him.
And he wasn't cheap. I'd have to pull it up, but I think he's making around $1 million. He wasn't cheap.
Really? Wow. They want to make some money off of him.
Hang on a second. Let's look.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's go check it out. Yeah, Julio Enriquez is asking about Kremaski if he's coming back. Do you know, Peter?
No, but I know he got a start recently.
That's a good sign.
So that's a good sign for him to stay there, not necessarily.
Yeah,
So Abando's not making as much as I thought. He's making 620,000.
that's still a lot. Considering he didn't play much, that's the guy banked.
I mean, that's kind of Fafa money.
Yeah,
So
for a
it's
guy that
right
barely
in
even
line with
played.
Fafa. That's like Fafa money.
But they could probably potentially make money off of Obando. Fafa's career is, he's a little on the older side.
Right, exactly.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, he doesn't make any money off of him.
Yeah, no, I would agree. You're keeping a Bondo based on potential, or whatever loan deal that you're working with, right? Um,
Yeah.
so, but as far as
But I
Kromoski,
agree with you.
what's that?
I'm sorry. I agree with you. It's a lot of money for a guy that's been injured a lot, that hasn't played much. There's got to be something there, man.
Yeah, so going back to Julio's question, is Kromoski coming back? Was he sold or on loan? He's on loan, and it's for I forgot how long the loan deal is, but I think it's for the rest of the Italian season. So, he
Going into
would
the summer.
it would mean that if he's coming back, it would be summer, right? Um,
All right.
and he hasn't. I saw him. He had an interview on Golasso, the
Yeah.
morning show that they do,
Fox show.
morning coffee. What do they call it? I forgot something.
It's on Fox. That's all I know.
No,
No?
Golasso is not on Fox. Golasso is a Paramount channel.
Oh, same thing. I know it's not. It's not.
It's not that.
But I
It's not
got
at
you.
all the same thing. uh, Golasso is it's a free channel. You could get it on like all those freebie channels, but it's owned by Paramount, CBS.
Gotcha.
And anyways, I saw an interview with him, and he was talking about how he watched the MLS Cup Championship in his apartment. He was cheering for his friends. He gave some of his buddies a phone call afterwards to celebrate with them, and
But Peter, wouldn't he? I mean, he contributed to that team that eventually won the championship. Doesn't he get like a medal?
yeah, I think so. Yeah, he's still
All
he's
right.
still listed on the team. He'll get a medal.
Oh, okay.
Somebody
That's good
is
for him.
asking, YC is saying, why pay Bright so little and waste money on Obando? Now, we don't know what Bright's new contract is going to be because he signed a new contract. The last reported salary was incredibly low, which is 83,647. But that's just the last reported. You won't see his new contract reported into the MLS Players Association database that I always use, you won't see it reported until next season. The beginning of next season. They report it like 3 times a year, I think, 3 or 4, and so we'll see what it is. Now, it's not going to go from 83 to 600. It's definitely not doing that. But that's the thing. And if you're saying why pay Bright so little, that's good business. If you could get away with paying one of your better players peanuts, you do it. It's a business. You pay your players as little as possible so you can make as much as possible. That's just, to me, that makes sense. And no, YC, I don't think Bright will get 5 times more. I think you'll see Bright. What's that?
How much do you think he'll get? If he was making 83,000, how much do you think he'll get this time around?
I mean, minimum double, but wouldn't be shocked if he went up to, say, a 300. But let's see. Well, okay, just using a comparison, Ruiz got a new contract, and I don't know if his contract is going to. No. How do you spell his? That's not Pablo. I came up and I saw the amount. It's a different Ruiz. Pablo Ruiz from Real Salt Lake. How do you spell Ruiz's last name?
R-U-I-Z?
No.
David Ruiz. He should be coming up.
Yeah, but it's not spelled according to that. Let's just search David.
Yeah, David.
Doesn't.
Which of David's going to come out?
Oh, it's because they have a little tilde over his name.
Oh, okay.
The little tilde over his name is you got to type it in, otherwise. So he is making 135,000. So he had gotten he got a new contract sometime in the middle of the year, I think. So I'm just using that as kind of like a guide. You might expect something similar for Bright. However, Bright played more, had a greater impact, a better player. I wouldn't be. 200 to 300. I wouldn't be shocked.
300, I'd say.
All right.
I think he deserves 300.
So let's people were asking about parade. Richard Greenberg was saying Rico Greenberg. I'm sorry, Rico Greenberg. Rico Suave.
Rico Suave
was asking if there's going to be a parade. No, there's not going to be a parade. Because players apparently are in other places of the world, and I don't know, they didn't do it.
Too late. I think people are gone.
Yeah, I guess that's part of the problem when you have some of the biggest name players in the world. They got things to do, and they got things to do the minute the season is over. I guess it sucks, but they say they will do events leading up to or in the new stadium to celebrate. So there'll be something, but yeah, you want that iconic parade. I wanted it. It's not happening. So, all right, let's put the ticker back up because I saw people asking something, question in here. So these are the rumors that are just, so Sergio Reguilon as a left back, we've heard that's pretty much a done deal. Facundo Mora is pretty much a done deal. And Dane St. Clair is a long shot. And I saw somebody in the chat saying never happened because he's not Argentinian. Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs said that. You might be right, but he's available. And so we just thought we should think about it. We as fans should think about it and say, and should. So let's start there, just, because that's where the questions were. Dane St. Clair, if I'm not wrong, I think within a few years was MLS goalkeeper of the year. He makes in the 600. No, that's not the right person. He makes, I think, in the 600,000 range.
He's going to want more money because over here.
Well, that's just it. Yes, of course. Dane St. Clair currently makes 631,000. You imagine He's a free agent. This is not just, hey, the club didn't want him. He is a free agent. He potentially could still re-sign with Minnesota. But I would think he's going to want $1 million.
Right. That's going to be something that the team might have to think about twice, and probably why they haven't secured him yet, but because he probably wants that money. Can't blame him.
Right. So this is because as an MLS player, as we were talking about our players making so little, like Bright, it takes a while for you to become a free agent in MLS. There's all kinds of stupid rules, and it takes you a while to become a free agent. So once you are a free agent, this is your time to cash in. Before that, he was, a homegrown product, I believe, in Minnesota. So, they're paying him peanuts. I mean, he's at this point happy he's making 631, but, he's going to want big money. Nature King 17 is saying, I doubt we're getting him because of the reported money he's after. Reports is that he wants DP money, which DP money would be over. So, because he can make 1.5 million or less and be a TAM player. And so that's where my mind is keeping him somehow at a TAM player for any team, not only Inter Miami,
Right.
like any team, keeping him at a TAM level deal, which is like what Suarez had. Suarez made 1.5 million. But you definitely, and here's the thing, he's good. But this team, I think everybody in the chat, and Ed as well, they're not seriously, unless they could get him as a bargain, go after a Canadian. I think it's Canadian.
I gotta agree with you, Peter. That's why I think it's kind of a long shot. I mean, I'm from what we hear, they're still in talks, but it's probably because he wants $1 million, and the team's probably not going to want to give him $1 million. Right.
Yeah.
So that's like, if he wants to double his money, I don't think it's going to happen. Not on this team. They're planning on using their money on field players. I don't think they go. How much is Real Novo making, as a matter of fact? Since because I think he did good enough to be the starting goalkeeper for next year, but we do need another goalkeeper because we do have Ustari is still under contract, but he's basically the backup now.
Yeah, Rios Novo is making 123,000 basically. 123,000. So that's a bargain, but he is on loan. And so that means you have to buy him. And I don't know what kind of money the team that owns him, I forgot what team it is, but I don't know what they're going to want for him. So, he probably still they would not require DP level money, but whatever you pay for your player, if you have to buy a player, that dollar amount that you spend also counts against the salary cap to making you a DP or not, right? So, for example, if you pay a player, let's say you could get away with paying him $150,000, but you paid $6 million to buy him, he's a DP.
Yeah.
So of course, they're not going to charge. They're not going to charge $6 million. I just was using that as an example. So that's not realistic. But my point is, whatever they have to buy him for does impact the salary cap. So and Sergio was saying here, countering my comment about paying players little. Paying better players peanuts isn't exactly a brilliant strategy. All you do is incentivize said important player to leave and compromise your season. Well, two things. One, they can't go anywhere until they're out of contract. They're in contract. They're not going anywhere. This is not like the rest of the world where players just up and go or whatever. They're under contract. They're not going anywhere. And when I say paying them peanuts, it is good business in that you in MLS, you don't get a lot of money to play with, and it's monopoly money. You got to be careful. You got to I can't buy Park Place. I might have to buy some the purple ones. I forgot the name of the cheaper properties, right? You might have to buy Right. I might have to buy a few of those. And if I could get a good player for on a discount, it is smart business. Now, to your point, Sergio, keeping said player when it's time to renew that contract, you need to pony up to make him happy. Now, whatever they're giving Bright, he signed the new contract. We don't know what those numbers are yet. So obviously it was good enough to make him happy for that line of contract. So and I can't imagine them they're not giving him 600,000. There's just no way. There's just no way. So that's what I mean by it's good business, more so because of MLS stupid rules, right? They're just so. And if you can if I could hire you for $5 an hour, but you're doing the work of somebody that's making $50 an hour, I was a smart businessman.
Yeah, it was a good maneuver.
Right.
Now, we went over Regulon real quick.
Okay, yeah, let's go through some of the other players, Ed. Go through some of those other ones.
Spanish player, yeah. It looks like he's, at least AI said that he's already signed for Inter Miami.
Our crack research team, ChatGPT,
yeah, told us that he's already signed for the team. So, we base ourselves off of technology. Peter's a technology freak. So, he's all about that. So I think, is AI telling the truth?
I don't know.
Okay, so he's a Spanish left back who basically is going to replace Jordi Alba. So
right, one Spaniard for another.
Yeah, I know you guys are saying, wait, he's not Argentinian. No, he doesn't have to. He's replacing a Spanish guy.
We had
two of those.
We're allowed to have one Spaniard on this team. It's in the rule book.
Exactly.
Only one. Because before we had two. We had two, but now we're only allowed one.
Right.
I don't know.
So, now Facundo Moura, he's
somebody's going to believe me.
Facundo Moura is replacing Wayne Gott, who's leaving. They don't want him back. He did a decent job, but he was more of a I think Ian Frey is definitely the starter in that position. He's got competition now with Moura.
Should have had this picture. To see who's going to.
There you go. Yeah, leave it. So that we got two players in that position, which are good. So I think we're going to be okay on that. But yeah, we need another central defender, Peter Brown, because though I think Allen's doing a great job, I still think what if he gets hurt?
Yeah, sure.
Or Falcone. We need somebody that's going to be able to rotate with these guys.
I mean,
unfortunately, we still have Lujan under contract and Avilés.
You got Avilés.
Yeah, and these are players that we might want to send out on loan so that we could get another defender, central defender. Just my opinion.
Yeah, and I don't know who they would look at for center back. I mean, again, I look in. I'm not a big follower of other leagues, so I don't really know who's out there. I do know that Walker Zimmerman, in my opinion, could have been cool, but he apparently is going to Toronto. No. He's going to take a pay cut. It was reported by Tom Bogert that they're working on a deal for him to go to Toronto, and it will not be DP money. He is taking a pay cut.
What?
Yeah.
Why does he come over here then?
He may not fit our profile in that he's not South American. And when I was joking about only being allowed to have one Spaniard, look, it's an even tougher guideline or rule set for Americans. If you want to be an American, on this team, you probably have to have come up from the academy. I don't know that. Gotcha. That's the one thing I don't like, that this team rarely looks within the league. Like, there are quality defenders in this league, and they will rarely look at them, and maybe some at a good price potentially. I saw somebody mentioning, and he has been rumored. I'm sorry, I can't say your name.
Fernandes
Thank
5507.
you, Ed.
Gerd
To be
Fernandes.
honest, the
Yeah.
CB position needs to be addressed by bringing in Sergio Ramos. Now, he's been rumored to come to this team many, many times. I think his name was brought up to Jorge Mas, I think, in one of the interviews or something like that. I think I saw somewhere his name being brought up to him. And he said something like, hey, I think it was in one of those MLS Cup interviews, pre or post. And he basically says, we can't talk about him. He was, or no, or was it? It was Don Garber, I think, was the interview. There were so many I watched. But anyway, saying that he couldn't comment on Sergio Ramos because he's under contract with another team, but yet they saw how good he was in the League's Cup.
Right.
So,
Would he want to come here? I think Miami would be awesome, and he's the other Spaniard that would replace
okay, so then we can ask two. Okay, still two.
There you go. Yeah. So we have
But
two Spaniards, and
how much money would he want? I mean, is he going to be our, now we have one DP spot open. Is he going to be our third DP?
he'll sell jerseys. Make
Yeah.
some contract. Let him sell the jerseys and give him a percentage. I don't know how that works though, because I don't want us to get in trouble like we did with Matuidi. So
and
if
keep
they
in
can make
mind,
him,
he's 39.
he's old, but he still plays well.
I know. I watched him in the League's Cup. Like I was saying, I don't watch a lot of other leagues, but I do watch my league, and so I watched League's Cup, and he did look good.
Yes, he's still a great player. He's old, but I mean, what other? I mean, he could come and retire here. I'm okay with having him because we've got Allen, we've got Falcone. With him, that would be a guy that would be able to rotate with him. We still have Lujan, we still have Avilés, players that are really want us to. There you go, Mr. Yellow Card.
Has to go.
Yeah, he's one guy that I wouldn't mind we lose.
Nature King says no to Sergio Ramos because having Falcone and Ramos as center backs would be damning. I don't know why.
Maybe because maybe
both
he's slower
reckless.
now.
Are they both a little reckless
Well,
at
yeah.
times?
Well, that's why you'd have. We would need Allen in there, and but yeah, they get yellow cards. That's their problem. Those
Yeah.
are Falcone get a yellow here and there, but Avilés would too. So we should get rid of Avilés.
Yeah, so you're allowed to buy out two players. Let me go back to. We're allowed to buy out two players. And how much is Avilés making? Oh God, you're gonna have to write.
There he is.
I hate the tildes because I don't know that they're supposed to be there.
Yeah.
So he's not making a ton of money, 467,000. But you could buy him out potentially. You're allowed to buy out two players. And the other player I buy out.
Lujan.
Maybe?
Oh, Ustari.
Maybe Ustari?
Yeah, he's making a pretty penny.
Or he's just your backup, but that's an expensive backup. Look, you were speaking highly of Rocco Rios, and I think Rocco Rios did well at the end of the season, but there's still so many times in those games where he bobbled the ball, and he scared me. So I don't know that he's the answer. I don't have a problem if they bring him back at a decent price, but I want somebody better. And right. Then let Rocco Rios fight for the position. Like if he wins it, great. But right. I want someone that can really fight, push him then. And it's not Ustari. It's not Ustari.
Right.
So, but you were saying you would consider buying out.
Maybe Lujan. How much is he making?
818.
Yeah, he's making it. Dude.
18. Yeah. So if you want to save, because buying out a player is not only getting rid of a player because we're not using him, it's also getting rid of a player because he's making too much money, and maybe we signed him to a long contract that we should not have signed.
Right.
And I don't remember when those contracts expire, but I do have a spreadsheet I can look at. And Lujan is going to expire. Let's see. Let's just pull it up.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ed. You're not here. Because
No
this was
problem.
from when I did
You
this.
don't. But
This is from when I did the solo show on Monday.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
All good.
Hang on. I'll just do it real quick. Where is he? Where is he on this list? There he
You
is.
don't. Oh, there he is.
27. He's
Yeah.
signed for next season and another season after that. So it
Buyout.
it
He's
wouldn't
buyout
be
material.
it wouldn't be a terrible idea to cut that contract, because you want to cut large contracts. You might say, I'm keeping Aviles and I'm buying out what exactly Sergio is saying. You might say, buy out Lujan and buy out Ustari just based on money.
Right.
So that would make sense. So anyways, okay, there's also rumored for a number 9. So, because they still haven't signed Allende, they're working on it, and still he's not your traditional number 9. He's your winger that can cut in and do all that great stuff, right? Sometimes, at least at the end of the season. But they want a target number 9. They want a replacement for Suarez. Even if Suarez is coming back, I think he will be used as a depth piece. I'm not saying he's going to ride the bench the whole season. I think you have if you have Suarez on the bench, you have an opportunity to rest players because he still can contribute. So,
Right.
but you still want to get like a speedy number 9. Are there any rumors out there on a speedy number 9?
Well, there was talk about Jimenez, Mexican national player. He was
Yeah.
the starter for Mexico. Probably will be the starter for Mexican national team in the World Cup. But I think he's still under contract, and he would be DP money for sure. So I don't think
And where is
they're
he
going to
playing?
get him. I believe he's playing in Spain. Is he? Was he? Oh, England, and some
Okay.
English team. I forgot which one. But yeah, he still has contract till next season, at least through the summer. So he'd have to come after the summer, and then yeah, I think he had an extension or something like that happened this year, a 1 year extension. So yeah, I don't see him coming. He's DP money, and I don't think he's gonna sell shirts. He's not
But
the
you know
type
who
of
will,
player.
Ed?
That guy.
This guy, Mr. Neymar, was seen in Miami last week.
Yes, sir.
Now,
His
does that
plane,
mean anything? I
his
mean,
plane was actually seen in
the
the Fort
executive
Lauderdale
airport.
Executive Airport. Yeah, we had a picture. Well, somebody was supposed to take a picture of Marco, but I guess his phone didn't work at the moment. But he saw that, and he told me about it. But look, you see him wobbling. Apparently, he was also here for an operation or something like that. So
Right.
he's
So
hurt.
this may mean nothing. But if they're bringing back Suarez, and I was hearing that even though he's injured lately, he's been playing well for Santos.
Right.
Didn't I read that he was even somebody in the chat mentioned something about him being on a tear lately?
Yeah, but then he got hurt, and he gets hurt a lot, Peter.
He
So
does. I know he
will he?
does.
If he's in great shape, like they're even talking about, he's not going to make it to the World Cup. So, that's one of the things. But will he make the team money? Oh yeah, he will. Am I
So
going to
that
buy
yeah,
a Neymar shirt?
this this
Yeah, I
goes
would.
this goes back to that long-standing argument I have on this channel. Are we a t-shirt company or are we a real serious football club? And we might be somewhere in the middle, right? They clearly want to win. They finally won, but I think they want to I'm a firm believer that they want to make money more than championships. And getting championships helps make money, but having big name players is helps you make money more. Quick money.
Oh yeah, and Neymar will
So
definitely do that. And in shape, Neymar would be great for the team. but like we said, he gets hurt a lot. So, but they'll make money.
And maybe he's a party animal. But every Brazilian that comes to South Florida, every Brazilian that comes here tends to be a bit of a party animal, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's an interesting thought. I mean, again, when you re-sign Suarez and then Neymar's in Miami, you can't help but think could there potentially be a possibility. Nature King
Yeah.
mentioning that Neymar is very injury prone as of late. Would you risk him on a DP deal if there's a chance that most of the games he'll be injured? He would be a DP. No question, he would be a DP because it's going to require that kind of money. Julio Enriquez says no Neymar, please. All right, no Neymar.
Yeah.
We'll get rid of him.
Yeah. And in shape Neymar would have been great, but he's not in shape, and so that's an issue right there. Definitely going to be a DP right there. But who else, Peter? Who else? They talked about Werner. He was another player, but I don't
No,
think
but
he's
that's been
coming.
ruled out from what I understand. Yeah, I mean, even I think Tom Bogart may have put something out there. Somebody said that was all like BS. That there were no serious
Yeah.
talks.
So yeah, so he's out of the picture. So what other rumors have you guys heard about? I mean, we use AI as much as anybody else, and we don't see anybody else that's potentially serious.
Caesar with another super chat. Thank you, Caesar. Sell Aviles to Atlanta. Reunite with Tata Martino. We don't need a flopper like Neymar. We need push to sign Dibu Martinez as goalkeeper. Now that would
I
be a
would
DP.
love that guy, Peter Brown.
That would be a
I would
DP.
love just because he's controversial. He's
Oh, yeah.
another guy that's going to sell goalkeeper jerseys. I mean, anything that he does on the field, outside of the field, it's going to be news because he's just that type of guy that's going to make news just because of the way that he is. He's like a Zlatan type of guy. So I would love to have him, but DP on a goalkeeper.
Yeah, I know that's hard. That's hard. What about James?
Another guy that's going to sell a lot of jerseys.
He would. In South Florida, in Miami, how many Colombians we got here?
Tons. Would he be good on this team? I think he would be good on this team because he would be the guy in the middle, and you let Messi do whatever he wants.
Right.
So would it work out? I think it would on the field, and jersey wise, he'll sell a lot of jerseys. So he's another Neymar type of player.
Yep. And also would be a DP. So that we do have a third DP. So we got to think about who's worth DP money, who's worth that coveted spot.
And it's got to be somebody that will also be here after Messi is gone, which will keep
to pass the torch.
Coming.
That's what it needs to be, is somebody that's Messi's passing the torch to.
Right. So James could be that guy.
Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs says no because he never shows up for clubs. I've heard that. I heard he's good with the national team, but not so much for the clubs.
Yeah, that's something that they really need to talk to. But we can't rule him out just yet.
So another thing happened that we should talk about. Oops, wrong one. This happened.
Does that look like him?
I mean, up close, it's a little bit like him, but
I thought it was a joke, Peter. When I first saw it, I thought it was
did
a joke.
too.
They were, like David Beckham's in LA. Remember they did that a few years back when Beckham was still playing. Looked nothing like him.
Yeah, but that's a real statue that Beckham has there.
No. But they had one before that.
Okay.
Don't you remember? There was a one that they made out was a joke. That had like a big butt and stuff.
Oh yeah. I do remember that. Yeah. No, and
right,
when I read that this city, I think it was Kolkata, something like that, in India. At first, I had never heard of this town. So, I don't know a ton about India. So no surprise that I never heard of them. But that they would build a 70-foot statue. I thought this was like fake news type thing, you can't trust anything on social media. I thought it was fake. Why would, and look, we've got quite a few fans from India that watch this channel, that enjoy our game day vlogs, that watch this. Please explain to me why India builds a statue of a player that is not from India. I don't get that. And he's never played for an Indian team. Like, if he played for a local India club, then sure, makes sense. Like, I expect there to be a statue of Messi out in front of Miami Freedom Park when he retires. It's gonna happen. You know that. But I just don't understand this. It's so weird. And then, of course, we know it's for real because then, this happened at a stadium that, so we know it's real now. 70-foot statue. And then Ed, I don't know if you know all the details. They have this stadium. They charge the people to come into the stadium $133 per person to come inside the stadium for a chance to see Messi. $133 in India has to be a fortune. That has to be a ton of money in India. I don't know the economics and all that, but I would imagine that $133 could go a long way in India for other things.
Right. And so people sacrificed their hard-earned money to go see him, and then they said that he was basically Messi was I guess, in the middle of the field, and all these celebrities were all over him. So the people didn't even get a chance to look at him very, very well because all the celebrities, politicians, etc., were trying to take pictures with him,
right.
And he was surrounded half the time.
Right.
So
what
I stayed there for like.
I read a bunch of comments and things like that. And a lot of the headlines basically are kind of saying that, hey, the Indian fans were mad at Messi, but then there's people from India that are saying no, we weren't mad at Messi, we're mad at the organizers. Here, another super chat. Thank you so much, Caesar. Caesar is saying that India is a massive fan of Argentina national team. I mean, did India for some reason adopt the Argentina national team as their own because their national team isn't good? I guess.
Possibly. Look, we got somebody from India that's saying he is loved here in India.
So he says he is loved here in India. Yeah, I just, and I have no, that's why I threw that out there. I knew somebody on here was probably from India. And that is so cool that you guys are watching this from India. I think that is really neat.
We appreciate.
Yeah, really appreciate it. But they destroyed this stadium. They were so mad at, I guess, the politicians, the organizers, whatever. They destroyed this stadium. Bit of a riot on hand. Messi was at the stadium for 20 minutes. Like you said, surrounded by other people. So you really couldn't even get a good shot. Like, he didn't even, like, what he should have done is, like what he did here at Chase Stadium when he gets close, and if he had kicked out soccer balls to the fans, they would have ate it up. They would have gone crazy. That might have been a riot too, though. That might have been a riot too, fighting for those balls.
Yeah, but I think people would have probably kept in the stands. They wouldn't have gone down, broken.
No, they would just fight amongst themselves.
Yeah. But as well, that's something they should have done, man. I mean, it's sad that people are so corrupt and Messi's just he does whatever they tell him to do. So he probably was in there for 20 minutes and said, "All right, we going now. Okay, let's go."
He's being ushered around for sure. He is. He
I'm surprised his bodyguard didn't go.
He was there.
He was there.
Rodrigo de Paul was there. Yeah, he was wearing like a white. He was walking around with wearing like a wife beater.
Yeah, I saw. I mean, De Paul was there and Suarez was also there, but I didn't see.
Oh, you mean the other bodyguard?
Yeah,
the real bodyguard.
The real. Yeah.
Caesar back in it again. Thank you so much, Caesar. Um, that saying that Argentina backed India during the Pakistan conflicts, so they adopted Argentina as a surrogate team. Fact check me though. Okay, we're not going to fact check you right now, but because we trust you.
Right.
But something else that was interesting, Ed, about this um, day, and you were saying how he's ushered around. He was also followed to go to the bathroom.
Poor guy eating, that spicy food and yeah, questionable origins. That he went straight to the restroom.
Look at him. He's holding it in there with his hand on the back. You walking in like, man, squeeze my butt cheeks. Let me squeeze it in there. He ate something
Don't.
that didn't sit well.
Yeah, that's you don't eat anything out in the street. That's for sure, because that'll
Look,
definitely mess you up.
this is hilarious. This is a great shot to me. For one, we had to put it up here because it's silly, and we got to do some silly things sometimes. And hear this exactly. Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs. Why is he using a dirty bathroom? Like, if you can look inside behind him a little bit, and I zoomed in on these images, I can't really do it on here. It's disgusting in there. It is disgusting in there. And it is amazing that, a man of his caliber, he could sit on a gold toilet if he so chose. Right. But he's sitting on that disgusting toilet, or hovering, whatever he may be doing. And, he's humbling himself to be like, the regular people. I mean, obviously, maybe he also has no choice. There is no gold toilet in the streets of India, just around.
Well, they know, dude. They know it's AI. So but I like the way you're playing along. Yeah, yeah. Well, squat toilets still dominate India. True, they wouldn't have a toilet like that over there.
So wait, Ed, you're telling me this isn't real?
It's not real. You know it's not real.
But it's funny.
We're playing around, guys. Yes, it's AI.
It's
But
funny.
it's funny. It's hilarious that they're doing that. Yeah.
It is funny though. Would he though? Would he use a toilet like that?
I don't
He's
know. I
humble
don't think
enough.
he'd be
Would he? I mean, look. If the man ate something and he had to run,
You got to do what you got to do. So yeah, if I think he's humble enough that he probably would if
and
the
listen,
emergency happened.
listen. Am I joking right now? Yes, but when I first saw it, I believed it.
You have to do a double take and zoom in there to see if it was real.
When I first saw it, I believed it. No, the photo that is funnier is when there's a picture of him getting bit by a snake and then his cheek is big and fat. Did you see those pictures?
I did, yeah.
There's like a snake
Well,
charmer on the street, and he's sitting there with a snake charmer with him and Suarez. And then there's another shot where now he's got a big old he was like face to face with the snake, and then the next shot he's got a big old fat. That one's pretty funny. I mean, come on.
Yeah, people have better to do, man. I got to tell you.
All right, so I figured we'd have a little fun at the end of the show. But honestly, I thought it was real the first time I saw it.
Well,
I was going to keep listen, Ed. I was going to keep going with that bit that it was real as long as I could.
Yeah, but people were already starting to complain, so that's why I pulled the plug on it. Sorry, Peter. We were gonna make a video of the. I was gonna go and do a video of the stadium, but we got word that it seems like the roof is gonna go up soon. So I'm waiting around a little bit to see um, when it starts going up, because otherwise it's gonna be the same old video, and I want there to be at least something a little bit different. So we'll definitely get out there next week. Hopefully something will happen.
Yeah, I think we next week, technically next week I'm not working. I'm working Monday through Wednesday. Thursday I'm off for the rest until the end, till Christmas. So maybe I can also squeeze in a little bit of time. It's mainly so I can get the house ready for Christmas, but maybe I can squeeze some time in to go down there as well.
That's cool.
All right. Anything else we need to talk
So,
about, Ed?
Peter, no, I think we basically covered all the rumors that we know so far. I'm sure more stuff is going to come up, so we'll definitely try to talk about it. You think we're gonna do a show next week, or how's it looking?
I don't. I think we could. I mean, look, Christmas. Normally, we take a break around Christmas and New Year's, but a lot of times it's because somebody's going out of town or because the holiday is on the weekend. But the holiday's not on the weekend. By Sunday comes around, we've got nothing else to do. Might as well talk Inter Miami, at least from my standpoint.
Then we'll do a show for sure. I'll be okay because I got nothing better to do too. I'm not going anywhere. But we'll have another show for sure. Hopefully, there will be more rumors that we could talk about. I mean, we're still riding this high of Inter Miami being champions of Major League Soccer, so we're gonna go into it a little bit farther. So let's do it, Peter.
All right, everybody. Thanks so much for watching. And we had a little bit of fun at the end. Don't get too mad at me. And we'll see you next time. Thanks, everybody, for watching.